The Philippines is a country made of thousands of islands, young people, and strong families. It sits between the Pacific Ocean and the South China Sea, in a region that is important for trade, security, and migration. In this video, we will look at the Philippines in simple words: its geography, history, economy, culture, and daily life. We will not focus on political debates. Instead, we will try to understand how the country works and what life feels like for ordinary Filipinos. The Philippines is part of Southeast Asia. If you look at a map, you will find it east of Vietnam and north of Indonesia. The country has more than 7,000 islands, but only a few hundred are heavily populated. The three main island groups are Luzon in the north, Visayas in the center, and Mindanao in the south. The capital region is around Manila on the island of Luzon, where millions of people live and work. Because the country is an archipelago, boats, ferries, and airplanes are very important for moving people and goods. For a long time, the islands were home to many local kingdoms and communities that traded with China, India, and other neighbors. In the 16th century, Spain colonized the islands and ruled them for more than 300 years. The country was named Las Islas Filipinas after a Spanish king. Spanish rule brought Christianity, new laws, and new social structures, but also exploitation and resistance. At the end of the 19th century, Filipino revolutionaries fought for independence. After a war with Spain and then the United States, the Philippines eventually became a U.S. territory and later a Commonwealth. In the 20th century, after World War II and Japanese occupation, the Philippines finally became an independent republic. Since then, it has gone through periods of democracy, dictatorship, people power movements, and political change. Today, the Philippines is a republic with a president, a Congress, and a court system. The president is both head of state and head of government for a fixed term. There are many political parties, but power often depends on personal networks, families, and local alliances. Corruption, inequality, and political violence have been long-term challenges. At the same time, civil society, media, churches, and active citizens often push for transparency and reforms. Politics in the Philippines can be noisy and emotional, but elections and public debate are a regular part of national life. The Philippines has a large and fast-growing population, with many children and young adults. Most people are called Filipinos, but there are many different ethnic groups, like Tagalog, Cebuano, Ilocano, and others. There are two official languages at the national level: Filipino, which is based on Tagalog, and English. Many Filipinos grow up speaking a local language at home, Filipino with friends, and English in school or at work. This mix of languages is one reason why the Philippines is strong in call centers and service exports. In religion, the majority of Filipinos are Christian, mainly Roman Catholic, because of Spanish influence. There are also Muslims, especially in parts of Mindanao, and small communities with indigenous beliefs or other faiths. Religion is visible in daily life, in festivals, holidays, and personal values. The Philippine economy is a mix of services, agriculture, and industry. Agriculture includes rice, coconut, bananas, and other tropical products, but many farmers are still poor. Industry includes food processing, manufacturing, and some electronics. The strongest engine of the economy is the service sector. Call centers, business process outsourcing, education, tourism, and retail play a big role. Large shopping malls and busy commercial areas are common in major cities. The country has grown in recent decades, but growth is not equal. Some regions and social groups benefit much more than others, and there are still many people living near or under the poverty line. One special feature of the Philippine economy is the role of overseas Filipino workers, often called OFWs. Many Filipinos work abroad as nurses, seafarers, construction workers, domestic helpers, engineers, and professionals. They send money back home to support their families. These money transfers, called remittances, are a major source of income for the country and help balance the national budget. For many families, an overseas job is a chance for a better life, better education for children, and a more secure future. But this also means long separations, parents missing important moments in their children's lives, and emotional stress. The global labor market is deeply connected to the everyday life of Filipino households. Filipino culture is known for music, hospitality, and humor. People often sing karaoke, even with simple sound systems at home or in small bars. Family gatherings can be big and loud, with plenty of food and laughing children. The food mixes local ingredients with Spanish, Chinese, and American influences. Dishes like adobo, sinigang, lechon, and halo-halo are famous and loved by many. Festivals, called fiestas, honor saints, local history, or community pride, with parades, dances, and colorful decorations. Basketball is extremely popular, and many children grow up playing on makeshift courts in streets or villages. Daily life in the Philippines can look very different depending on where you are. In Metro Manila, there are high-rise condominiums, modern offices, giant malls, and heavy traffic jams. Commuters may spend hours in jeepneys, buses, or trains to reach their jobs. In rural areas, life is slower. People work in fields, fish in coastal waters, or run small family shops. The country faces serious challenges. Typhoons, floods, and earthquakes are common, and climate change may make storms stronger. Inequality between rich and poor is wide, and informal settlements can be found near luxury developments. Access to quality education, healthcare, and stable jobs is still uneven. Despite this, many Filipinos show strong resilience and find ways to keep going, often with the help of family and community. Because of its location, the Philippines is important in regional politics and shipping routes. It has security ties with the United States and complex relations with its Asian neighbors. The country sends workers and students to many parts of the world, creating a global Filipino community. Looking to the future, the Philippines has big opportunities and big risks. Its young population can be a source of creativity and growth if education and jobs improve. Better infrastructure, good governance, and investment in people could turn potential into real progress. At the same time, corruption, environmental damage, and political instability can slow or block that progress. In the end, the story of the Philippines is still being written every day. In the choices of its leaders, the hard work of its people, and the dreams of millions of Filipinos at home and abroad.